Spend less time in the laundry room and more time doing the things you love. Introducing the Samsung Smart Top Load Laundry Pair, now available at Lowe's. The washer's large capacity means you can fit more in every load. Plus, its super speed setting washes a full load in only 28 minutes. Shop the smart washer that will streamline laundry day, backed by Lowe's Price Promise. Based on using super speed on a normal cycle with an 8-pound load. Terms apply. See Lowe's.com/price promise for details. U.S. only.
$20 million, $19 million, $6 million. These are all awards recovered for clients of Phillips Law Firm. To win big, you have to fight big. And Phillips Law has been fighting the too big to fail insurance industry for decades. Not every case will have a multi-million-dollar outcome, but Phillips Law will fight just as hard to recover the outcome you deserve. If you or a loved one has been injured in a car accident or on the job, call or click today at 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. You don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. Gotta love to start the show off with this because I'm a big guy who believes in customer service. That's right. And there's a guy that recorded himself making a complaint call, and the operator that he was talking to forgets to hit mute while calling him an effing idiot.
Nice. I'm a big fan of people calling people effing idiots.
Yes, you are. I mean, so Billy Joel started the whole conversation by just telling you to F off, and you've never looked back.
Very true.
Yeah. And so here is... thing. Yeah, it is your thing. It's your gift to the world. So here's this dude on the phone with customer service as the customer service person forgets to mute the old phone.
I'm ready for the confirmation number whenever.
Okay, sir. Can I put you on a brief hold?
Yeah, that's fine.
Idiot.
I'm still here.
Oh.
She hung up.
Yeah, I think I'd hung up at that point, too.
Yeah, that's all you can do. What else are you going to do? Yeah.
Or lie and just be like, oh, no, Sally from accounting just walked by and I hate her.
Yeah, exactly.
She wasn't that quick. Idiot. Yeah, she wasn't that quick on her feet there with that one.
We got disconnected. I don't know what happened. I was talking to the guy who stepped on my phone and disconnected it. I called him an effing idiot.
Now, I'm not saying it's right to call people an effing idiot, and also not saying it's wrong. I'm curious, though, what else was said in this conversation. Like, he just shared with us the moment where she called him an idiot, but we don't know what he was saying throughout the entire conversation. Maybe he was an idiot.
Yeah, Steve, you bring up a very, very good point. I'm big on customer service.
I get it.
But here's the thing. I've had my opinion turned around.
Oh.
And it's from the wonderful Brene Brown. She was talking about not so much what's happening with customer service, but what's happening with people who are customers and basically customer graciousness and basically customers being decent people to the employees that they're working with.
Yeah, I mean, because I think sometimes, the old saying was like the customer's always right. But I almost feel like that gives like certain jackasses like the power. They think like, okay, I'm the customer, I'm always right. So I could be a giant, jerk to this person.
I hadn't realized it may have gotten that bad, but she writes a whole bunch of stuff about it in Daring Greatly, saying that we are treating them as if they don't exist, like they're not even humans. And therefore, this is why there's pushback in customer service is like, screw that. You're right. The customer's not always right. You're a jerk, and I'm going to tell you.
Oh, and also on the flip side, it also could be a completely staged call for all we know.
Well, of course. I mean, at the end of the day,
no.
Who does stage calls?
Right.
There are people that have bad dates. There are people that really get pranked, right?
Well, I'm just wondering why he was even recording the conversation in the first place. Unless he wanted like a audio record of whatever he was calling that person about. Maybe he needed to secretly record them because he wanted to make sure he had this on file?
I suppose that's a possibility, but I really do believe people just want to be internet famous, and then and therefore, why not stage it? Why wait for it to actually happen when you can just stage it?
And look at this guy. He looks very untrustworthy with that mustache.
Yeah, he does.
Has he got the good old Burt Reynolds, or is he just rocking the porn stash?
It's kind of like the creepy nerd look.
Yeah. Oh, like that little pencil thin, John Waters one?
And he's got the glasses.
Kind of like that, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I don't trust him.
You can't trust a guy with a mustache like that.
No, not really.
He looks like a knockoff Mr. Flanders. Like Ned Flanders from The Simpsons.
Oh,
with the glasses and everything.
All right.
That's what happens when you order Ned Flanders on Wish.
Yeah.
Probably smells his own fingers a lot.
Oh.
Whoa!
What's wrong with that? Wow, why do you got to be a finger smeller shamer?
Damn. Smell your feet. Oddly specific.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know. It's the first thing that came to my mind when I saw this guy.
Oh, and you're another finger smeller shamer.
Yes.
Whatever are you two?
That's what's up, BJ.
That's what's up.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
Spend less time in the laundry room and more time doing the things you love. Introducing the Samsung Smart Top Load Laundry Pair, now available at Lowe's. The washer's large capacity means you can fit more in every load. Plus, its super speed setting washes a full load in only 28 minutes. Shop the smart washer that will streamline laundry day, backed by Lowe's Price Promise. Based on using super speed on a normal cycle with an 8-pound load. Terms apply. See Lowe's.com/price promise for details. U.S. only.
Everything is better electrified. Like the guitar, toothbrushes, or cars. And Hyundai has the widest range of electrified vehicles on the market, including the first ever Tucson and Santa Fe plug-in hybrid EVs. You can use electric when you want it or gas when you need it. It's your journey. Evolve it beyond the pump in the 2022 Tucson or Santa Fe plug-in hybrid EVs. Visit your nearest Hyundai dealer or learn more at HyundaiUSA.com. Call 562-314-4603 for complete details.
$20 million, $19 million, $6 million. These are all awards recovered for clients of Phillips Law Firm. To win big, you have to fight big. And Phillips Law has been fighting the too big to fail insurance industry for decades. Not every case will have a multi-million-dollar outcome, but Phillips Law will fight just as hard to recover the outcome you deserve. If you or a loved one has been injured in a car accident or on the job, call or click today at 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. A new poll was done to find out that pretty much 1 in 4 of us use our car as a place to relax and escape.
Mm-hmm. I literally just thought about that this morning as I was getting in my car. I'm like, this is like my happy place right now. Because, I mean, look, I'm obviously love having a kid, but the minute I get home, and we've wanted one for so long, so we truly appreciate having a baby, but it's go time the minute you go home. I mean, you know that. Danny knows that as well. I'm sure Vicky too, and Rev too with his cat, I'm sure.
No, he does not.
Totally.
Don't
but it's like there's no naps anymore. There's no like just sitting down and just unwinding. You know, maybe when she's taking a nap, I could catch a little bit of wrestling, but like I might use that just to kind of shut my eye for a half a second. So honestly, when I'm in my car is the only time where I'm not being like inundated with everything.
Yep.
Enjoy it while you can, because I used to love being in my car, even taking rides with my foster brother when he was littler. But now that he's older and he demands snacks, my car looks just heinous. I hate being in my car because he wants to climb on everything, play with the hazard button like when we're parked. So I have dirt on my seat. I have all kinds of cereal in my back seat and on the floor.
Sounds like a snack for me. I don't know what you're talking about.
The only problem is I agree with Vicky, except for the especially with the food, because once you take out that car seat, you find lemon cake that's like 6 months old, so you don't want to eat that, and it smells.
Yeah.
An update to my statement. I really enjoy the drive to work and the drive from work.
There we go.
Okay.
Because that's the time where it's just me in the car and nobody else. I can put on my favorite song, my podcast, whatever it may be. I'm in my own world and nobody can penetrate it.
Please, somebody penetrate Steve's world.
Please don't.
Yeah.
It's the best time, man.
Well, they also ask people about the stressful situations that happen while driving, because even though it can be your relaxation spot, your escape spot, driving still is not a stress-free experience. And so we've got 10 things that people say, yeah, this makes driving stressful. It's almost like a no-brainer, really. I mean, don't we all know what makes driving stressful? Pretty much. There's a ton of stuff.
Well, we know Steve.
It's part of driving is the parking lot at Target. Of course, yes.
Yeah.
Even more stressful than moving.
It's the slow pokes in the fast lane.
Oh, yes.
I got to say, that's got to be number one.
Well, let's see. Here we are. Well, you got parking space at number 7, Steve, was when you can't find a parking space, or your situation as well. Driving, I'm looking for the fast lane people, and I am just scanning. That did not make the list. Isn't that interesting?
That's not even, dude. If we were playing Family Feud, I'd have such a cocky strut back to all of you to high five.
Good answer.
I even look at the ones that ranked a little lower, and I am not, unless I'm missing it and can't read it very well. I don't see it. Here's number 1 is tough driving conditions.
Oh, yeah.
Here?
Snow,
just
rain, sun.
Fog sucks.
I got caught last time I was visiting Lily. I got caught in a downpour, and I was double fisting the wheel,
white knuckling it.
Oh my god, I was so scared. And it was to the point where she was like, "Dad, can I have your phone?" So I gave her my phone. She took a video of me because she was worried that I was too stressed out, and I was like, it was so much rain.
Yeah, we get rain here, but boy, there are other places that get that massive downpour effect, and you have to put those blades on super fast, and they still don't really clear your windshield because it's that much of a downpour.
Also, when it's a downpour, that's when I find out that I needed to change my windshield wipers because they're not working as well as, you know what I mean? It's you never notice it until it's the time where you really need it, and you're like, oh, last time I got my oil change, I probably should have bought some new windshield wipers.
Should have done it.
Maybe I'll just go there tomorrow and go get some.
Number 2 is definitely for me, though devices have made it better, but even with devices, people say this is still tough for them. And that is driving in an area you don't know very well.
Yeah.
It's very interesting.
Is that then being distracted by whoever you're in the car with when you it's like sometimes my wife will be asking me questions. I'm like, well, I need to stay focused right now. Please don't, as I have no idea where we are.
Yeah.
And then I'll miss something. I'm like, son of a gun. Okay, we got to turn back around.
Yeah, GPS is definitely my
deal,
friend.
Though. That one I wouldn't put on. That's not the end of the world.
Before GPS, that was a beating for me.
Yeah, but I mean, dude, it's been 5 years since we've been before GPS, at least.
Yeah. But there's some people say even with GPS, they're still stressed out.
Yeah, with me, it's the ones where you don't have a great signal and it gives you the directions like 10 feet before you're suddenly supposed to turn. And I'm in the wrong lane, and I'm not going to be like the normal Tacoma driver who just decides to go across 3 lanes and then just go and take that turn.
Oh, what? You don't slam on the brakes and just cut past everybody?
No, I don't.
And
I like those drivers.
GPS isn't always accurate, too. I'll go try to find someone's house, and they'll take me a street behind them, and I can't find them. And then service is always bad in those areas for whatever reason. It's a nightmare.
And GPS, I think, is a misnomer because I don't think Google uses your phone. It uses the satellite, the satellite system. So if your phone doesn't have a signal, it doesn't do it, and it keeps you going. That's how I got lost in Wyoming. I thought I was on the right track. I'm looking at Google Maps going, hey, it's telling me to go this way. And I had taken a wrong turn, didn't know, and it just basically said, well, now that you took this turn, you got to go all the way. But there was no connection. Mm-hmm. Whereas, there are some systems that will actually connect to the chip in your phone, and that's true GPS. You don't need a cell phone tower to be able to have your phone figure out where you're going. So I'm a little pissed about the fact that not everybody uses the chip in my phone. We got one.
So he says, what about the projectiles going through the windshield, Steve?
Yes. Oh, that's...
Thankfully, Miggs was okay.
Thank you, Steve Rabel.
Highly specific.
You know what I do? I don't like is when you buy a truck where they have the tarpy thing that can go over whatever pebbles and rocks that they have inside that truck and they don't use it.
Yep.
And as they're driving, you just see all these little rocks flying out of there.
That's BS.
Because I'm like, it's just a matter of time before I have another chip in my windshield thanks to you.
Yep. Yeah, that's BS.
Curses.
Yeah. I'm with you. I don't know why that should be an automatic. You just call in and they get pulled over.
Yeah.
I mean, because
secure your load, buddy.
Yeah, because it wrecks your windshield, man. I mean, and then you got to go through and it ain't cheap to fix those things.
Nope, I'm in the currently doing that right now with mine because all of a sudden I got a big old spider web on my windshield from a rock the other day, and I was I didn't even realize it happened.
Oh yeah, that sucks, dude. Driving with kids in the car didn't make the
list. I know a guy in a
list.
parking lot that can do it for you.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
What's his name, Steve?
No, I don't know his name, but he's a guy, and he's in the parking lot over at the South Hill Mall.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's nice to know.
Tell him I sent you.
I will.
I always wonder about those folks that like.
What do you mean? They do their thing.
I know. It's just like you're just posting up here and you can do it, huh? Okay. Yeah. It seems weird to me.
I've done from him.
Yeah. I don't. It just seems like of all the businesses, there are a certain way you need licenses and all sorts of different documentation to just sort of post up anywhere, and those guys get to post up.
Yeah, it's really easy to go up to him. I mean, you give him your credit card, the last 4 digits of your social security number, and he does it for free.
Perfect.
Oh, I didn't realize it was that easy.
It's super awesome, man.
Great.
He says it's covered by your insurance. I'm like, you don't even know my insurance. He's like, oh, no, the last 4 digits of your social security number gets me your insurance.
Oh, right.
Gets you a lot of stuff.
Love
safe.
that.
It's safe and it's fine.
Number 3 on the list of things that stress us out when driving is tailgaters. And yeah, I don't.
Oh, dude, I had the best tailgater today.
The best?
It was awesome. I had a blast watching this guy because he wanted so badly to speed on 167, and he couldn't because 2 cars in front of me was a police officer driving. So the car in front of me is pacing with the police officer, and I'm in turn pacing with that person. This guy in this truck was trying to fly by us until he realized that there was the police officer. So then he slowed down. So then he stuck behind us again. But every few minutes, he decided to try and figure out a way to get past everything until he realized that there was a police officer still there.
Oh, it was like a dog. He forgot that there was a cop there every time?
So the entire drive, because it seemed like we were going to the same place, I feel, me and the police officer. This guy was like tailgating, weaving in and out, but never got further than me. And I found that to be the most entertaining thing ever. Like I could tell, like you could just see smoke coming out of his windows because it was obvious he wanted nothing more than to speed, but then realized that he couldn't because there was a cop right there.
Yeah, that's driving while jacked up. How many people are driving while they're jacked up?
I gotta wonder if maybe the guy was late to something, or maybe he's just a douche that drives like that all the time.
That's what I wonder too.
Yeah.
It's like, man, because sometimes you look inside and you go, you don't look like a guy that really people care if you show up to appointments on time. That's how I sort of make that judgment call sometimes with a-hole drivers. Go, you're driving like a person who's important. And you know what? You don't really look that important to me. You know, I don't feel like you need to be this guy. Hitting a big pothole is number 4.
Oh, that pisses me off so bad.
Yeah, I don't like doing it in other people's cars. I did it in my wife's car down in California. It seems like I hit every damn pothole I could, and I felt so bad. My car, it's like, well, I have to go take care of it. But it's like, she's got to take care of her car down there. And I hit every one this last time I visited her. It was like, son of a bitch, I don't even see these.
And it feels and sounds like you just wrecked your car.
It does. Yeah. How about a big truck driving next to you? Does that trip you out?
Yes. It does. That's how my grandfather died. So it gets in my head.
Yeah. Whoa, I don't think I know this.
Well, it's my dad's side. We weren't talking to him at the time, but it's still a sad story. I mean, it's not like as if and now we're all devastated. But he was driving with my grandma, and they were like right next to a truck, and that truck turned into their lane, not seeing because I guess they were in the blind spot.
No.
And flipped the car, and that's how he died. My grandmother lived at the time, but like ever since then,
yeah.
Like if I'm next to a truck, I'm like, all right, either time to slow down or speed up and get past it. It's in my, I mean, it's not like I'm like freaking out, but like I instantly think of my grandfather, and that's how his life was taken.
Oh, that's a beating. Dude.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I can see why that's a big one. That makes sense.
But I'm more terrified about the logs that are in front of me because of Final Destination.
Yeah,
the log
agree.
trucks are the scariest thing ever.
Yeah,
that'll do it to you. Yeah.
I don't know why that stupid movie, but it's freaked me out ever since.
Oh, yeah.
Because it could potentially happen.
Yeah.
But when have you ever heard about it happening?
Never, except
Final
for that
Destination.
movie.
Right. When on the news has it ever happened?
Isn't it amazing that, a movie like that, I mean, I don't know, the people aren't going to remember those Final Destination movies probably in 10, 20, 30 years, but they're
classics. They should.
But a lot of people are going to remember for that, though, like that one scene.
I haven't even seen it, and I know that scene, and it freaks me out.
Yeah, it's a beating. Oh, yeah.
Before that, never thought about it. And before that, I'd be like, look at all the cool trees.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Look at those giant logs. That's
Not
cool.
anymore.
Now it's like, oh my gosh, get me away from that.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. Here's another question from a listener. If I file for bankruptcy, do I have to appear in court? That makes me nervous.
Going to court is never something that's easy to do. However, when you file bankruptcy, you usually only have to attend one hearing at the courthouse. Of course, I'll be there with you. And when you go to court, it's not before the judge. It's actually with the trustee or the trustee's attorney. One of the things that's critical in a bankruptcy is that you give your attorney and the court all of your information. You list all of your assets and all of your creditors. That's what we're trading for your discharge, is your true and honest disclosure of your assets and liabilities. And so the court hearing is just usually about a 5-minute deal where you show up and reaffirm and swear that all the information you've given the court and your attorney is correct.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. Thanks for listening.